Don't activate Bennett C6, it will ruin your account, is what you probably have heard from a lot of different Genshin players. As such, many players actually leave their Constellation 6 unactivated and have this annoying red mark above their icons. But to be honest, Bennett C6 isn't even that bad. Let me explain why. Before I continue, can I just say a huge thank you to all my fellow coins for helping us to reach 3,000 subscribers, yay! I really am so appreciative of everyone here. If you haven't subscribed, do consider subscribing as I post regular Genshin Impact videos, and you can also help us to get to our goal of 4,000 subscribers. Thank you so much in advance. Without further ado, my name is ChargeCoin and let's begin the video. Let me first explain what Bennett's ultimate and C6 is. For his ultimate, he will create an inspiration field. This field will apply pyro upon hit, heal characters whose HP is below 70%, and also provide an attack buff based on Bennett's base and weapons attack. For his C6, it will increase the pyro damage of all characters in his burst, and also infuse sword, claymore, and polearm characters with pyro. Bennett's burst is honestly amazing due to the healing and attack buff that it provides. As such, it allows him to be fit on many different teams to allow for high damage showcases. But this changes with his C6. To be honest, the part of Bennett C6 increasing pyro damage isn't that bad at all. In fact, it is quite beneficial for pyro characters like Yoimiya, Lini, and Xiangling. The not so good part that everyone mentions is the fact that his burst infuses melee characters with pyro. What this means is that sword, claymore, and polearm characters who rely on their normal and charged attacks to deal elemental damage will have it converted to pyro damage instead. Non-pyro characters will hence no longer benefit from their own elemental damage goblet and buffs, thereby making it so-called bad. So, who in the Genshin roster of characters really rely on the elemental infusion on their normal and charged attacks or physical damage to deal damage? Going down the list, we have Freminet, Kave, Noel, Razer, Diluc, Hu Tao, Ayato, Nilo, Alhaitham, Keqing, Sino, Ayaka, Eula, Xiao, Ito, and Raiden. That's a lot of characters. But what a lot of people don't say is that this pyro infusion that Bennett C6 give does affect characters who have infusion on their normal and charged attacks, but not those that cannot be overridden. Examples are characters like the Raiden Shogun and Alhaitham. As you can see, even though they're standing in Bennett's burst, they're still doing their own elemental damage. So, from the list that we mentioned, it only affects 5 characters negatively, being Razer, Keqing, Ayaka, Eula, and Freminet. Let me talk more about the 5 stars first. For Keqing, as she does damage based on the electro infusion on her sword, she'll lose out on the electro damage as they get converted to pyro. However, with the rise of Dendro reactions, which does not require attack for strong reactions and only elemental mastery, Bennett may not actually be required anymore for Keqing aggravate teams. For Ayaka, the cryo infusion on her sword will also be converted to pyro damage, thereby causing her to lose out on cryo damage from her normal and charged attacks. However, Ayaka's main source of damage actually comes from her skill and elemental burst. Bennett's buff will still help to power up her skill and burst, which in turn can still help to defeat enemies a lot faster. Having her normal and charged attacks become pyro is a shame, especially if you have C6 Ayaka, but honestly, you can just use her normal and charged attacks outside of Bennett's burst. That said, you also usually use Ayaka in freeze teams without Bennett anyways for most of the time. For Eula, her normal and charged attacks will no longer deal physical damage, but pyro instead. That is definitely an issue, but Eula's main source of damage lies with the final hit of her elemental burst. While Bennett's burst will convert all of the hits before the final hit to pyro damage, the final hit will still deal physical damage, which is powered up by Bennett's burst, which overall still gives her the attack buff for final physical attack. The only ones who are truly affected is Freminet and Razer, since they can no longer deal physical damage in Bennett's burst. But then again, not so many people use them anyway. To summarize, it mainly affects 5 characters, 3 of which are 5 stars and do not really suffer that much. So, to conclude, Bennett C6 really isn't all that bad as everyone paints it out to be, but it does affect the viability of some team comps. If you aren't that concerned with the above 5 stars, or don't really think that it will affect you that much, you can just go ahead and activate his C6, like I did, to remove that annoying exclamation point. So, do you have Bennett C6? And will you activate it after this video? Do let me know down in the comments below. If you found today's video helpful, or you just enjoyed it in general, do consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing, as it will really help out this small channel to reach the goal of 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much! If you'd like to see how you can create a team to 36-star the Abyss, please click the video on the right. If you would like to see my other Genshin Impact videos, please click the playlist on the left. Once again, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!